What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the app. I'm actually here, not in the office at Shape. I'm here in my home office, which isn't really much of an office. This desk is actually a flight simulator, and I've got the Peloton right there and a vacuum robot right there. So not really much of an office, but it's making do right now because it is after 9 p.m. at night, and I'm at home making this video because today has been a wild, crazy day at Shape and with everything massive. So first of all, guys, I know I'm getting this video out very late, so you're probably watching this on Wednesday, Thursday, but I hope you're having a fantastic week. And without any further ado, we're gonna get into today's topic. So I recently had a conversation with somebody last week talking about meals, the first meal of the day based on when they work out. And that's a topic that I think we've touched on over and over and over again here on the app. And so it got me thinking, what is the number one most perfect first meal of the day? What could that possibly be? And I got to thinking about that because the first meal of the day is a meal that I think a lot of people skip. I haven't skipped it in years. However, I will say that I do sometimes tend to like eat later in the morning. Sometimes my first meal is at 11, even 11:30. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it's even 12, but that doesn't mean I skipped my breakfast. Okay, even though that's lunchtime, I still have every single meal after that. So if I get up at like 6 or 7, maybe the weekend's 9 or so, if it's depending on what day it is, Saturday, and depending on my schedule, I may not have that first meal until like 10, 11, 12. And that's not skipping lunch, or excuse me, skipping breakfast. I'm still having my protein shake. I might have lunch at 2 or 3 o'clock, dinner, and then another meal, at 9 or 10 o'clock at night. So I'm still getting all my meals in. But taking the time out of it, what is the absolute most perfect meal of the day, or most perfect meal you could have for your first meal of the day? And I'm going to be a little bit biased on this. So I'm a huge fan of having a lighter breakfast, even if you're about to work out. And I'm going to explain myself. So I think the number one most perfect meal of the day is protein and fats. And now this can come from many different sources, but I would prefer a source that is going to be light on the stomach. Because when we typically eat something that's very heavy sitting, it makes us very sleepy. It makes us sluggish. It makes us not want to do much. If I get up and have 4 whole eggs and a cup of oatmeal and a protein shake, I'm not going to want to go be really active. My brain's gonna be very sleepy. I'm gonna have some brain fog because you have all this protein and carbs that need to digest. All the blood is into the stomach, and all those carbs are, spiking insulin's dropping, serotonin is being released, and melatonin possibly mid-morning, and then that's when you feel like you need coffee. So by having carbs first thing in the morning, especially with a lot of protein and essentially possibly some fats, basically you're setting yourself up for a slow start to the day. What I prefer is to start the day off with a very light, fast digesting meal that gives me plenty of energy and gets me going. And so what that might look like for me is I like to have my isolate protein, and I'll do 2 scoops in the morning. Now, I'm a big First Form advocate. I love First Form. I think that it's the best protein in the world. I'm not just saying that. I've been a fan and a customer of theirs. I still pay full price for their protein for the last 10 years, 12 years now actually. But you can get free shipping on my app for First Form if you go to the supplement section on the homepage. But anyways, regardless of the brand, protein isolate is great for the morning, and then put some fats with that meal. Now, not a whole lot of fats, and the fats that I like the best are from peanut butter. So you've got some healthy fats in there that do slow the digestion down a little bit. We're not talking about something that's going to digest for 6 hours, like a cup of oatmeal with a bunch of peanut butter or something like that. I'm talking about just slowing the digestion of that isolate protein down just enough to keep you sustained for like maybe 1.5 to 2.5, 3 hours max. That's going to tide you over till early lunch or lunchtime, depending on when you have that first meal. Now, what that's going to do for you, it's going to do two things. Number one, it's going to keep blood sugar even kill all morning. If you're not training in the morning, you don't need to be having carbs in the morning. So it's going to keep your blood sugar even kill all morning. What that's going to do for you is give you energy from your own body, from the fats, and it's going to keep your mind from having that brain fog when you have high blood sugar. Then it drops and you have that sugar crash, and then you have serotonin and melatonin, and you start to get sleepy mid-morning. I promise you guys, I've been doing this for years. I was not a fan of it at first. I used to think you have to have carbs in the morning to get you up and get you going, but that's actually not the case. The day that I stopped doing carbs in the morning, started doing protein and fats when I wake up, I started noticing I had just more natural, sustained energy most of the day. If I have a big, heavy carb meal at lunch, and then I go, I go back to work and it's 2 o'clock, I start to get sleepy, and I typically sip on an energy drink or coffee or something. But if you're not training in the morning, you do not need carbs. Matter of fact, your body will function just fine off of adequate protein and fats. If you work out middle of the day, you work out in the morning, that's a different story. We have lots of videos we've talked about that. You do your carbs before and after the workout. That will keep you going. But when you're not training in the morning and you want a meal that, in my opinion, is the most perfect meal to keep you energized on an even kill throughout most of the day until it's time for that workout, protein and fats. You can get that from whole eggs. You can get that from my favorite, a protein shake with peanut butter blended in. That's just typically what I do because it's quick, it's on the go. I can grab the shake and I'm in the truck and I'm heading to shake. So just something to think about. You can formulate your first meal of the day however it fits your schedule and your appetite and your food preferences. But good moderate amount of protein and fats, that'll keep you energized. So thanks guys for watching. Hope this helps. Try it. Let me know what you think in the comments below, or go to the chat feature here on the app and you can start to let me know what you get from these videos. So thanks guys for watching. Have a good week. We'll see you on Friday for the next video.